As a tenant in a rental property, you have various rights and responsibilities. We'll just go through a few now. It is important you understand your rights and responsibilities from the very start of your tenancy. You must meet your responsibilities under the lease for which you are signing. These include the following. You must pay your rent on time and in a way that is written in your agreement. You have to abide by the terms of your agreement and any body corporate bylaws that apply. You must tell us if you damage the premises, even if it is an accident. You have to follow the rules as set out by the Residential Tenancy and Rooming Act 2008. You need to respect your new home, and it should be used mainly as your home, unless otherwise agreed and approved by the owner of your property. For example, you cannot run a business from home unless the owner has approved it. You definitely cannot use your home for any illegal purpose. You cannot cause a nuisance or seriously affect the reasonable peace, comfort or privacy of your neighbours. You do need to keep any inclusions clean. For example, you need to keep your stove clean during your tenancy. You also need to make sure that you or your guests do not deliberately damage the premises and that you are responsible for your behaviour and that of your guests. If you are rented a house, it is likely that you're going to have to pay for water usage during your tenancy. So if you have any leaks or running taps or toilets, you should report these as soon as you know about them. You should check the water meter at the front of your property regularly. See if it's moving whilst you've got all your taps turned off. If it is moving, it will show any leaks that you may not have seen. If you are renting a unit, in most instances, you will not need to pay for your water usage. However, for the environment, we do ask that you are considerate when using this resource and report all leaks as soon as possible. If you have any questions at all on water usage and whether you have to pay for it, please speak to your property manager. Unless otherwise noted in the special terms of your lease, the gardens and lawns, including the nature strip, are your responsibility. Regular maintenance, mowing, weeding, watering, the removal of pet waste, and the repair of any pet damages of the gardens and lawns is required. We have taken photos at the commencement of your lease, and you need to maintain them in a similar condition throughout your tenancy. You also need to return them at the end of your tenancy in the same condition. Please ensure you park in the designated car parking spaces at your property, such as the driveways or the garages. Do not park on the lawns or the gardens, as this will likely damage them, and any damages will need to be fixed at the end of your tenancy. If your vehicle or a friend's vehicle drips oil, please ensure you use drip trays to collect any spills. Oil stains will require rectification at the end of your lease, and they're hard to remove, so it's better to stop it happening in the first place. If you are renting in a complex with body corporate bylaws, you will need to ensure you comply with any parking laws listed in these bylaws also. If these are not already provided at your property or stipulated in your lease agreement, Foxtel, internet and phone connections are not the obligation of the landlord to supply. You do need to request in writing permission from the landlord to make any modification to the property, including picture hooks. Should you choose to have this work done without permission, you will bear the cost of repairing the modifications and returning the property to the original condition. Light globes are a consumable item and are your responsibility to replace. Please ensure when replacing globes, use the correct size to allow the shade to be refitted and not damaged. At the end of your tenancy, you will be required to replace any blown globes or any incorrect size globes or any damaged shades. It is very important you advise us of any changes to your email address or your phone number. We need to be able to reach all tenants on the lease at all times. It is also recommended you keep your next of kin details up to date. We need these details in case of an emergency, and they should not be the other person listed on the lease with you. It is your responsibility to ensure that you take out your own contents insurance. Theft, burglary, or other claims of your items cannot be made against the landlord's insurance. Insurance is also recommended to ensure that should you accidentally damage the landlord's property, you have the appropriate cover. An example of accidental damage may be if you spilt wine onto carpet and the stain would not come out, or if you accidentally left the bathtub to overflow. If you do not have insurance in this regard and a claim is made on the landlord's insurance for any accidental damage that you cause, the insurance company will likely take action to recover the monies from you. Please contact an insurer of your choice to confirm their terms and conditions.